Spartacus and Varro are ready to go into battle, but Varro is concerned about his lost family. The men then fight brutally against their opponents. The magistrate and his son enjoy the games. Batiatus invites them at his home for a celebration. The men fight a giant whilst being tied to each other. They finally manage to gain a marvelous victory and enjoy it while a crowd cheers them. When the men return, everyone celebrates except Crixus. Varro's wife is finally found by Mira. Aurelia killed the man that came onto her and then fled. Varro then accepts the child that she carries, as it is part of her. Illidia is still distraught of what she did to Lycinia. Lucretia wants her to appear for the magistrate celebration and requests that she invites certain people. Spartacus and Crixus are told that they should fight one another as an exhibition for the magistrate's son. Batiatus then asks Spartacus not to embarrass Crixus. He then unveils a statue of Spartacus among the legends. Batiatus honors him. Naevia is bothered by the guard because he doesn't have his key. She tells him to keep his hands off as he is not allowed to touch her. Varro has decided to move to Sicilia when he has paid off his debts, but Spartacus doesn't dream of anything outside of the walls. Spartacus is summoned and has a game of chess with Batiatus. As Naevia and Crixus are intimate, Asher witnesses the act. When Spartacus leaves back to his quarters, he sees the guard interrogating Mira about the key. When Spartacus asks what's going on, he's told to back off. When the man pulls his sword, Spartacus burns his face. When Batiatus enters, he threatens the guard and then Spartacus as well. When the magistrate arrives, Numerius asks about the gladiators. Batiatus says that he can command them as he likes. Spartacus then shows Numerius the training area. Afterwards, Numerius is sent to a bath. And suddenly, Illidia enters the room and she comes onto him. The celebration is in full effect. As Spartacus and Varro talk about Illidia's grudge, Mira comes up and thanks him for last night. Some ladies say that since Lycinia is missing, her cousin Crassus has offered substantial reward for her discovery. Salonius also attends, but Batiatus disparages him. He speaks to Asher of getting rid of Batiatus. Batiatus wants a small exhibition between Spartacus and Crixus, but young Numerius interrupts suddenly and says that Crixus' days have passed. Illidia smiles. The boy wants Varro in his place and Crixus is shattered. The boy looks towards Illidia. Lucretia is not happy. The men begin the show by wielding real swords. Varro cuts Spartacus and the men go hard, but Spartacus bests him in the game. When Batiatus says to pass judgment, Numerius gives thumbs down. The men are surprised and he looks once more towards Illidia, who's the one behind this whole move. Batiatus says it's only a game. The magistrate says it's Numerius' choice and he'll reimburse the cost of Varro's life. Batiatus then commands Spartacus to proceed. When Spartacus doesn't obey, the magistrate isn't happy and Batiatus enforces his command by sending the guards. Varro says to proceed or they'll both die. They have no choice. Spartacus stares at Batiatus out of desperation and Illidia enjoys it. Varro then forces the sword into his neck. He tells Spartacus to live and provide for his family. Spartacus cries, but Varro smiles. He then ends his life. He looks around and feels lightheaded. The magistrate enjoyed the evening. When Batiatus asks for a place in politics, he is denied and the magistrate leaves with Salonius. Batiatus says that this will be answered in blood. Shortly after, Spartacus is devastated and hysterical due to the loss of his only friend. He destroys everything in his room and punches the walls. As he is broken down, Mira enters. As Spartacus sheds tears, she embraces him gently.